Welcome to the TaiyangNews Solar Leadership Conversation here in Shanghai at SNEC 2025. My name is Michael Schmela. I'm the Managing Director of TaiyangNews, and I'm very happy to have with me Ouyang, the CTO of JA Solar. Welcome.
Good to see you again.
Good seeing you. Okay, it has been an interesting year.
Yeah, absolutely.
A challenging one. But let's first start maybe with some good news. So JA Solar has been constantly raising the level for TOPCon. I think you did a great job. Your efficiencies increased, the product's gotten better and better, and now you are actually the best company in our TaiyangNews Solar Module ranking for TOPCon modules. So we're very happy to see that. Congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you. Well, actually, we are going to announce a new record. Okay, we just achieved TOPCon 700 watt with 25.5% module efficiency.
Wow.
We certified by TÜV, of course. Yeah. So we've raised the bar even further.
Okay, that's impressive. That's impressive. So we're looking forward to that when that's commercialized. So maybe one step back. Can you just lead us a little bit through the development, your TOPCon development to this high levels?
So TOPCon is a mainstream technology of the industry and the mainstream technology and product of JA Solar. So I think to answer this question, I have to thank the strategy of JA Solar that we are fully integrated. We have ingot pooling, wafering, cell manufacturing, module manufacturing. That also means we have R&D on 4 sectors. So when you ask me, the improvement is actually an improvement overall. We have better wafer quality with lower and lower oxygen contents, higher lifetime, and less wafering loss, and this high cell efficiency and high module technologies all combined together for a little by little rise the bar a little bit and a little more. Yeah, it's actually quite a few things added up together. I think we'll get to that one by one if you're interested.
Yeah. If you could maybe lead us a little bit, actually, really from pretty much upstream to the downstream product.
Yep. So upstream, I just mentioned about the wafering and ingot pulling and wafering for cell. You know, it's polyfinger plus edge passivation plus front metallization optimization. Basically 3 major things that we think we can squeeze the efficiency a little bit more. That's what we have been doing. At the module level, of course, you want to pack the cell a little bit more denser. That means we have try to push the gap, narrow the gap. Also, we're developing multi-cut cell cut module. You know, now it's half cut, and we're moving towards to 1/3 and to 1/4. At the same time, because every cut you have a edge loss, edge recombination, and we passivate that. So, and also zero bus bar, for example, and we will also announce that as another metallization technology in SNEC. It's even more advanced than zero bus bar. Then that's what we do at the module level. So push a little bit up for everything.
Okay. So there's always the question between kind of getting to higher efficiencies, but of course that also implies some technology and some costs. On the other hand, of course, reducing cost is the other side of the coin. And how do you strike the balance with that?
So for me, it is not too hard. So the cost, the quality is always the bottom line for JA Solar. That's something we add in R&D, production, and sales. We never sort of cross that line. Whatever we do, the quality will have to be there all the time. And sometimes a lot of the case, high efficiency means lower cost. So what we do is to have a ranking actually for all the technology advancement top down to see what we can bring to the customer the largest value in terms of LCOE. Then we implement that technology first. For example, edge passivation, they absolutely at the low cost we have to do it immediately. Polyfinger, for example, is a little bit more expensive and involves the modification of the production line, and we put it at the lower bottom of our development implementation, only for the high-end demand from our customers, and we expanded more and more in terms of capacity. So that's our strategy, is to classify and really trying to understand what the customer need in terms of the product and define a product and come back to say what technologies we are going to put in the product. So that's how we design and implement our technologies on the way. And then understand the demand of from the customer is one thing, and also customization is another thing. We 4 or 5 different scenarios where the environment is different, and we need to have a different boom of materials. In that way, we can satisfy the demand of the customer. At the same time, we are able to lower down our costs. So basically, that's the strategy we are taking.
Okay, just I think the polyfingers are an interesting topic. Maybe we can dive a little bit deeper into that, because it's taking place on the rear side of things. So what are the main benefits? Maybe you can explain that also to the audience.
So the polyfinger is to get rid of the poly that you don't need, and the poly, and you do the passivation as well. So at the end, you have a little bit the VOC gain, 1 to 2 millivolt, thanks to the better passivation. And also you get a current gain. We roughly 100 milliamp, that's quite significant, because polyfinger itself have a parasitic absorption. Although it's at the back, but it's absorbed the light which otherwise could be absorbed by the silicon. So it rise the short circuit current as well. So all combined together, roughly we gain the cell efficiency of say 0.15%. If we move to the commercial module, it's roughly 3 to 4 watts. That's quite significant. Yeah. So basically, you get 2 things boosting at the same time. One is the voltage, one is the current.
Okay, and that's why, because of this, because of the parasitic effect, you put it also on the back side and not on the front side.
Yeah. Front side is pretty good already. Some people think double-sided polyfinger, poly at the front and at the back, or SE at the front. But from our evaluation, now the game is not good enough for us to invest in terms of on the commercial product. We don't have the plan at this stage, because we see also there is a boost on the front side. A doping profile can be further optimized, and metal paste can be further optimized with the combined effort of the emitter profile and the metal paste. We think probably the benefit of poly at the front, we don't see much benefit.
Mm-hmm. So what are the key things that still can be done to bring TOPCon to further levels?
Well, last year was a pretty competitive year, right? We once held the world's last. Once we held the world record on the cell efficiency, most efficient TOPCon cell, and it has been taken by our competitors. But we think it's a good thing. We this competition raised the bar, but we still hold the VOC of 749 millivolts.
Okay.
But the commercial one, you see it's between 740 and 744. We think that 0.5 millivolt of efficiency, the VOC, is quite significant to further boost the efficiency of the TOPCon, because once you increase the VOC, and also you increase the fuel factor as well, and once the fuel factor close to the OG limit, and you have further boost. So actually, VOC is something that we think is very important, and also metallization is always important thing, because we want to lower down the cost as well. And
so where do you see the practical efficiency limit for TOPCon?
It's hard to say. I think probably, well, let's put it in another way, right? JA Solar, we have a long history, which means we have big data, even internally. We see a very steady improvement of the efficiency gain, commercial cell efficiency gain, roughly about 0.5 to 0.6%. I call it the Moore curve of JA Solar. So once we think some technology cannot maintain the advancements, we think another technology has to kick in. But from what we see, next 3 to 5 years, TOPCon still have its role.
Okay, then maybe we can actually also then look into the other technologies. What you can see now is, of course, because of this overcapacity and that everyone is doing TOPCon, companies desperately try to find something else. On the one hand, of course, also to cut on cost, but also to differentiate, right? To simply actually also get somewhere where maybe the top tier 2, tier 3 cannot get. So to leave them behind and actually accelerate somewhat also consolidation. Is this also another aspect actually we have to look at? So it's not only that TOPCon still has some potential, economic potential also, but simply also that you must give maybe installers also some exciting new product actually that they can sell, so that they have a differentiator.
Yeah, so that's one thing, because I'm also in charge of product as well, not only R&D. So I have a lot to say in this area. And I actually mentioned a little bit on different scenarios we customize for different modules. That's something that we think will play a huge role. Because, for example, we have a desert-based module where the sand resistance is extremely high, and also the self-cleaning characteristics is built in. And also in some high wind area, we use stainless steel frame instead of aluminum frame. And in a marine condition, we use a polymer-based frame to replace aluminum as well. And also for some high reflection one, we implement high bifaciality cell into the module. And for somewhere where the hail is a big issue, usually the hail damage in conjunction with damp heat. So we have a glass backsheet module with slightly thicker glass at the top. So the one thing that we want to say was, although the technology looks quite similar for everyone, but what you offered to the customer to satisfy their demand is extremely important. That's how we differentiate ourselves with our competitors.
And I really like that approach, because you kind of standardize actually your products for different applications, so that you, of course, then also cut on cost. I think that's really great. There's this tendency also towards back contacts at the moment. Some companies are really pushing in that direction, and of course the efficiency is higher, which is easy to explain why it is that way. So what's your efforts or strategy for this technology?
We're at the stage of pilot production.
Okay.
So we are very close to release if the market, we've got a call from the market. And actually, I can lead you to our booth when you have time. Let's book a time. And we have our prototype BC.
Okay.
And with a very novel metallization technology at the back, we actually open a small window to allow you to have a look what do we do at the back. We actually have a prototype in our booth. That shows we are pretty much prepared. The technology is prepared. The product is almost prepared for mass production.
And you know, so BC offers, of course, this flexibility that the base can be more or less everything. And since you come from the TOPCon side and are so strong, you're probably also going that path, right?
Yep. You're absolutely right. And I always like to say BC is a platform technology, and you can put whatever ingredient in it. And we actually, when you see the current version of BC, we are under development, but in history, we played with PERC, BC, and we in our R&D we tried MWT. So we're actually quite experienced in that area. And don't forget, we have a heterojunction HJT pilot production line as well. So I like what you say, it's a platform technology, but that's why we think we have the advantage, although we looks like we are a little bit behind on the market. By the way, we think that's because the market is not ready to take the new technology. We think we are ready because we have a very good experience with TOPCon, with heterojunction, with back contact, this kind of platform, that we get everything ready when whatever BC form is going to happen in the future. That's our advantage.
So maybe as a final question, what is your so how do you see your roadmap now, and has that changed actually in comparison to how you would have envisioned that maybe a year ago?
We actually accelerated, frankly speaking, our development on BC. So we don't know when it's going to happen, but it seems like the market is going to take it a little bit quicker than we thought. So we have different forms of BC running in our garage at the same time. If anything that changed, I think we accelerate our development of BC technology.
Okay, that's wonderful. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay.